Tennessee Titans taking on the Buffalo Bills.
In the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Here we go. Let's go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Look at this Buffalo defense.
And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9.
Red. Cougar 19. 18.
Ward. Got an open man. It's Pickens.
To give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Throwing is Ward.
And the defense loses it. It's complete.
Down the sideline it goes.
Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Titans have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo.
Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Chad Ryland now to add the PAT.
And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away.
Nifty move.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Their own 26-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
19!
From the gun, it's Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Now he's loose at the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. With that last pass, he just went ahead of Warren Moon on the all-time NFL career passing yards list.
And that's Hall of Famer Warren Moon. A significant accomplishment to be able to pass that number. Somewhere Warren is saying, but what if they added my Canada yardage, right? My time in the Canadian Football League, that's 21,000 more yards that could be added to Warren's total.
In the NFL, he had 49. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
The Bills had 2-1 now to start the campaign. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And the Bills are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
On second and goal, there's an option play left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Middle.
Allen now on third and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Dalton Kincaid.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bills are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Bronco switch. Go.
Here's a give up the middle.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. From the 37, they work on second and 6. To throw is Ward.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 43. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43.
Throwing now, Ward. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. When you look at this defense,
they come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Past the 20. 5, touchdown, Titans. A great effort there.
his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year.
And the Titans have taken the lead. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Here's a fake on a jet sweep, and instead to give up the middle.
Still a couple of yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He'll try to pick it up himself.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Brown 80!
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play.
2nd quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Now Allen. They'll try to set up the screen. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They go right back to it for 20 and a 1st.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Titans.
Here's Ward. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw, here's Ward. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Okay, ready?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Ready?
Working out of the gun here, Ward. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
On the go.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40.
Again, it's Ward. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Ready?
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Gotta be low. Here we go.
Now Ward.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Marking down at the 9. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time. Now a gain of 20 here.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. Ready?
Here's Ward operating from the gun. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
A loss of 5 yards.
Cut 19. Cut 19.
Down and goal.
Looking to throw. Ward. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Touchdown.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Titans are once again back in front. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Now, they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm willing to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. And they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Brown 80!
Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
319!
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
319!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Got to say, Charles, a little surprising to have a kick this short blocked. Usually that happens on the longer ones, but great job by the special teams to kind of sift through there and get a hand on it.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of football over time, partner, and you're right about it. Typically, the longer field goals start lower because they have so much more ground to cover to get to the post. And that's when you get a hand on it. These short ones, you're able to pop it up in the air pretty quickly. Normally, you get height. In this case, extra effort to block that one.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Ready?
Back to throw.
Moore. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back to throw now on 1st down.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Bronco 80. Let's go.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. 26-yard
Ready up.
2nd and 5.
Get it. Ready.
Ward now working out of the gun. Now he'll tuck this and run. Well, this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
18 Cardinal,
And on
18
3rd and
Cardinal.
5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
79 Broncos. Ready.
Again, it's Ward.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
Chad Ryland on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
So a capper there to a pretty good 1st half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
And it's caught on the right side of Smith.
And he is going to have the Bills first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust. And that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Quick throw here by Allen, complete.
It will be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play. They'll hold him to no gain.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The Bills passing game, getting him down the field. They've got another first down.
Round 80!
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. And again, it's Allen. Touchdown, Bills!
Dalton Kincaid,
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
and the Bills have cut the lead back down to 2.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Allen will try to throw for it. And he'll get into the end end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Ward. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Cowboy 80. Mustang 19. 60 Bobcats. Ready.
Looking to throw. Moore. Completes it right side to Cooper. Well, I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
They'll try and throw for it with Ward.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
At the 50-yard line.
And they'll keep winning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
319. Hey, home. Look out.
To the air, Allen. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Bills send the punter out. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. He'll return it from the 6. There goes a 42, making a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Whitford on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around.
Come on, come on.
Out of the gun, Ward.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down and 7.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 43-yard line.
74 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here we go on fourth down. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Allen.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
That is caught. Kincaid with it.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
To throw, it's Allen. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Chinwe Dike, 29 yards. And the Bills have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line.
Cup 19. Ready.
To throw is Ward. He sets to fire deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Bills force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance, and then they end up winning this game.
So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Allen to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Now Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
And 7 at the 26-yard line.
319.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 9. Allen going to change the look here. Second and 9 now. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Allen. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards
2-minute warning.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Ready? Back to 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Go.
He's back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 60 Bobcat. 60.
Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 37.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Titans.
Ready?
They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
19, 18. Ready?
Back to throw.
Pass caught right side, Fannin.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Here we go. Set. 60 Vikings.
He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down a little game.
Here's 2nd down.
Let's go.
Again, it's Ward. Now he's going to step up and run.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks.
Ward now working out of the gun. Pass complete there in the clear. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their #1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
This is 1st and 10.
Throwing now, Ward toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation, move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
Once more from the 11, 2nd and 10.
Kevin Byron, Cougar 19. Let's go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that